Good morning, sports fans. It is time for fight card number 7 in Plaza de Mexico, Mexico City. This is a American Boxing League match between Antwan's gym and John's Ohio Ringers. We've got the first bout. All these are 8-round bouts for the league play. At the top-ranked boxers will fight off for semifinals, and then they will fight off for weight championships. So lightweights, welters, middles, and heavies. So this is only John's second FCB fight card so far. John's team is 1-0. Antwan's team is 1-0. Antwan's, again, this is only Antwan's second. All right, so I was waiting to get these boxers from the printer. I finally did, so now we can play Antwan's team in FCB. I had to play Antwan's first game in Let's Rumble, which is not a problem because Let's Rumble is one of my all-time favorite games. But we kind of want to use fight card boxing for all these because they're fast, fun, and beautiful. All right, so Lou Embers comes in here at 5'4.5", 70-inch reach. In real life, he fought 104 bouts. He had 89 victories, 28 knockouts. A long career. He had 104 bouts in a 9-year career. So that's pretty remarkable. Again, this guy fought from 1932 to 1941. So really before the war. So he is the Herkimer Hurricane. I think I said that right. Herkimer Hurricane. His work rate, though, 59%. So Lou Ambers is going to fare. I hate to say it, but it'll be interesting to see how well Lou Ambers does in this tourney this season. But 59% work rate, 4 intensity, which means when he lands those big punches, he doesn't do tons of damage. He does have a really good stamina, 8, which means he will not fatigue in this fight. And his endurance is pretty good, right? We have a new rule. When a boxer misses his work rate, his opponent gains back stamina. So imagine, in your mind's eye, every time Lou Ambers fails this roll, Sugar Shane Mosely refreshes. So the chance that Lou Ambers is going to actually bring Mosely out down and into fight due to Mosley's endurance is going to be very rare. All right, on the flip side, we're looking at lightweight Sugar Shane Mosely. He is 5'8.5", 71-inch reach. He had 61 bouts in his career, 41 knockouts. Again, he fought from 93 to 2016, so much longer careers with much less bouts. Back in the day, maybe long careers, but they fought lots of fights to make it as a professional fighter. Nowadays, the paychecks are a little richer for these cats, if they make it into the stage anyway. Sugar Shane Mosely's work rate is excellent, 82. His intensity is average, 6. His rounds per bout, 7. So actually Mosely will fatigue at 7. And his endurance is 82. Again, Lou Ambers is probably going to have a few work rate fails, which will keep Mosley's endurance up. This ought to be, again, I like to try to predict these as I go. This is the beautiful thing about these games, glancing at their cards. Damage, by the way, the mechanical part of these cards, damage belongs to Mosely. Scoring is almost identical. I would say scoring is better for Lou Ambers. Matter of fact, it is better for Lou Ambers. He has his 2 failed score checks are harder percentages. Mosely has a 6, which could be devastating to Mosely when it goes to the judges' card. All right, folks, here we go. Good luck, John. Good luck, Antwan. Good luck to the best boxers. My prediction here overall is that Ohio Ringers are going to win this. I don't know. I mean, there's some. This is what's fun about having 4 boxers, 4 classes per team, right? You don't know, right? Here we go. Lou Ambers, Sugar Shane Mosely. So we're looking at the second boxer. First, it is going to be 83. He misses his work rate row. Lou Ambers cannot gain a benefit from that. But what that means is he does not score any damage. That's amazing. Well, we don't need that die. Unbelievable. That means Ambers, he did not score any points, so that means Ambers is going to win this round if he just connects. And Ambers, 57, he makes his work rate roll of 7. He's going to score 4 points of damage. It's going to bring him down to 78. And because he scored and Mosely didn't, Ambers automatically wins the round 10-9. That is a devastating failure, opening up the fight. Mosely, who has every single advantage over Lou Ambers, just screwed the pooch in the opening round. So Lou Ambers is motivated. It's going to be defense again, and it's going to be 9, and it's going to be 6. 6 is now 6 points comes off here. There we go. Now we got us a fight. Lou Ambers now on his turn is going to fill his work rate, which means Mosely gets back up to his 82. And guess what? Mosely wins that 10-9 because Ambers failed his work rate roll. So this is where Ambers is going to have a very long and tedious season, as he is really outmatched in his work rate. He is the worst work rate boxer, I think, in the league right now. Offense, Lou Ambers gets it in 5. I say that, but again, once we start dropping dice, things get interesting. 77, and that's the whole point of playing tabletop games. The dice become the risk. They become the gamble. They become the reason we play these games. 6. 6 is going to be another 6 points off of Ambers. That's going to bring him down to 58. And now we got to go to the judges. So this is where Mosely could get in trouble here. It's going to be on Ambers' card. 11. He wins it. So Ambers steals round 3. Folks, Ambers is winning this fight 2 rounds to 1. Sugar Shane Mosely better get serious. It's going to be Ambers, and Ambers is going to succeed. 9. He's going to score 5 more points of damage. 72. Unbelievable. Sugar Shane Mosely's got a fight on his hands here. And it's going to be 34 and 11. He's going to score a multiplier. That is ginormous. All right, so we know what our new rule is, right, on the multiplier. I shouldn't say new rule, same rule, right? So Sugar Shane is going to score a multiplier. We multiply his intensity by this. 1, so 6, so 52. But he got the multiplier, which means he's going to win this round 10-9, right? We don't check it. When he scores the multiplier, the other guy doesn't. There it is, right? So we don't need this die unless there's a multiplier. Holy cow. So it's tied 2-2, folks. Mosely finds a way to do some damage here. All right, it's going to be defense. Sugar Shane Mosely, 7, is going to do 6 more points of damage, 46. What does Lou Ambers do? Lou Ambers, 52. He makes his work rate rolls. He hasn't failed as much as I thought. 7, 4 points of damage. There's no way he's going to bring down Mosely with damage. None. He's going to have to do it with a flash KO, or he's going to have to win this on points. Let's go to the judges, folks. It's going to be Sugar Shane, 9. Sugar Shane's going to steal that round. I shouldn't say steal. He's going to win that round. Folks, we are tied at 1-2. No, it is 3 rounds to 2 going into the 6th round. Chance for Ambers to tie it. It's going to be defense. Sugar Shane Mosely does another 6 points of damage. Let's see what Lou Ambers can do. It's going to be 100. He misses his work rate roll, which guess what? Adds 7. So we automatically. So Sugar Shane is working him over here. Sugar Shane gains back some endurance. So we add 7 to 68. He's back up to 75, folks. And by the way, he failed his work rate. So it's an easy 10-9 victory for Sugar Shane Mosely. So Sugar Shane now, going into the 7th round, has got this fight won unless something tragic happens. Hit by a car, maybe. Defense, 61. 8 is 6 points off. 34. No. Ambers is going to have to get a flash KO. 5. 64. He fails his work rate. Guess what? Sugar Shane Mosely's back up to exactly his number, 82. So he has recovered completely. He's going to win that round. And now, Sugar Shane Mosely in the final round of the fight is fatigued, which means he'll suffer more physical damage if Lou Ambers can hit him. And it's going to be a failed rate for Sugar Shane. He fell, so Ambers gains points back. Now Ambers needs a flash KO. The only way for him to win is a flash KO. 10. He is going to score and do 6 points of damage. He is going to win this round by the nature of Sugar Shane failing his work rate roll, and the fight is over, folks. I'm not going to tally points. It's obvious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds to 3. So it's going to be Mosely on the scorecards. 5 rounds to 3. Win by decision. That gives him a team point of 1, and it gives the boxer 2 points, right? So the boxer scores 2 on the league, and the team scores 1. So, not a big deal. I mean, you think, oh man, we lost a fight. Yeah, you're only down by 1 point because it was a decision. And there we have it. There's a great example of that simple fix John's simple fix allowed this fight to easily go the distance. This fight would have gone 12 rounds unless, again, Sugar Shane or one of them caught a flash KO chance. So I think John's simple fix, it's just one rule change, didn't affect anything else, doesn't affect the game, doesn't affect the cards. It just affects endurance, and it was a brilliant and simple decision, and I think it has made FCB one of the best fast-play boxing games on the planet. All right, folks, so that's it. The lightweight match is over. Mosely wins it easily, 5-3. Again, I predicted it. Lou Amber's work rate role is going to be difficult for him all season. But now we're looking at Frankie Martin. Now, Frankie Martin is technically fighting above his weight. We only have him listed as a lightweight, but again, Antwan didn't probably know that when he drafted Frank Martin, so we went ahead and moved him up to welter. No big deal. We're not going to punish Martin, and we're not going to punish Antwan for selecting a boxer he wanted that's, you know, conceivably could gain the weight and fight here for this season. And of course, we're not going to punish Frank Martin. It's nice to have him in the set. Again, John made these two boxers. They were not in the set. And I'll be quite honest with you, it's kind of fun to see two boxers that weren't in the set that John's able to create on the fly. Here's the thing. I don't need to punish Antwan, and I don't need to punish Frankie, because Thomas Hearns is going to do that. He's a stud. All right, Frankie Martin, it's been nice to know you, brother. I hope you like fighting a 6'1", 78-inch reach. He's got a 10-inch reach advantage on Frank Martin, the Ghost. He better ghost, and he might want to ghost by not showing up to the bout tonight. Frankie Martin is going to should get his arse completely kicked. His 63 work rate to 85. 7 intensity, though. He does throw some heavy hands. To 8 intensity. 4 rounds average is his stamina, which means he won. He obviously doesn't have fights go the distance a lot. And 6 for Tommy Hearns, so he's going to fatigue at 4. Hearns will fatigue at 6. Endurance, 57, folks. Hearns, with just a couple of rounds, is probably going to end this fight early. For those of you out there who are religious or Catholic, you might want to cross yourself, because Tommy Hearns may just kill Frankie Martin. And here we go, folks. Let's stop talking about it, and let's watch the action. We don't need this one. It's going to be Frankie, 90. He fails his work rate roll, so that just means he's not going to score. Wow, he's already failed to do any damage. And 87, and so is Hearns. Oh, my God, it's going to be a 10. Neither one of them scores, so we're going to the judges. I don't like 10-10 rounds. I think 10-10 rounds are fairly bogus. So we're going to go to the judges, because they still score points. They just aren't doing damage. Oh, Frankie Martin, 6. He's going to win this round 10-9, and that's it, right? So Martin steals round 1 from Hearns. This is why we roll dice, baby. Martin's up on Hearns. What the hell? It's gonna be Hearns. He's gonna score damage. 5 is gonna be 9 points of damage off of, oh my God, 48. Holy cow, he's down to 48 already. Let's go ahead and see what Martin does. Martin is gonna get his work rate roll of 9. 8 points off Hearns. We gotta go to the judges. So Martin might just get it done here. Whoops, what the hell was that? Here it is. It's going to be offense 9. Offense 9 is going to be, guess what? Martin won that round, folks. Martin's up 2-1 on Tommy Hearns. This is why we roll the dice. This is why we play to find out, is my motto. Right? You can talk smack about tabletop games. You can wish them to be perfect. You can wish them to be more realistic. Or you can just roll the dice and play to find out. It's going to be offense 69. He fails his work rate roll. Guess what? Hearns gets back 7. He's up to 77. More importantly, this means Martin technically can only win if Hearns fails his work rate roll. If not, Hearns is going to win this round. Hearns is going to fail his work rate roll. You've got to be kidding me. So he gets 7 back, up to 56. And we got to roll the dice to see who wins the round. Son of a gun, you've got to be kidding me. It is defense 6. Yep, so Hearns is going to win that round 10-9. Oh my God, both of them failed work rate rolls twice already in this fight. The only way Frank Martin is in this bout is when both of them are failing to do damage. So Martin's using defense here. All right, round 4 underway. Technically, Martin's winning 2-1. After the fourth, Martin will start suffering more damage. Offense, Feld work rate's going to get... So Hearns goes all the way back up to his 78, and we get another Feld work rate roll. Unbelievable. Tommy Hearns. This is a chance for Tommy to start waylaying it. Yep, 100. Tommy Fells as well. He's back up to his 57. I can't believe the number of Feld work rate rolls. Who wins this round? It's going to be 10. It's going to be Tommy Hearns. So we got a tie fight, folks. 10-10. 2-2. I don't believe it. Frankie Martin. Now, he suffers more damage now as he's fatigued. Hearns, this will be the upset of the century if he lets Frankie Martin beat him. 90. So guess what? Another Feld roll here for Frankie. Now we're looking at Hearns. 54. He's going to score 10. 10 is 10 points off, down to 47, and that means he's going to win the round 10-8. So now Hearns has the lead. Wait, no, we're going to take 3 more off. 44. Holy cow, much more interesting. All right, round 6 underway, and guess what? Hearns is going to make his work rate roll, and it's a flash KO. Look at this. So, defense, Hearns, 85, on the button. He catches him on the chinny chin chin with a chance at a knockout multiplier. 1 or 2, the fight is over. We're in round 6, so actually 1. So if I roll a 1, it's a flash KO, fight over. If not, we just multiply 8 times this. It could still be over. 3 times 8. What is that? 16, 24. So down to 20 multiplier for this guy. Unbelievable. So Hearns clocks him. Technically, this would be considered, because KO, he went down, which means Hearns right now has the fight won. Not won. He has the round 1 on a KO, 10-8. However, we need to find out what Frank Martin does. He fails his work rate roll. So which means Hearns stays at his 78. And he's going to win it 10-8 as he earned a KD check. Oh my God. So that's it. Fight may well be over unless somehow Frank Martin can get the job done. Round 7. Frankie Martin actually took more damage than that because of the fatigue. He failed to connect and do any damage to Hearns, although Hearns is now fatigued. So now they're both fatigued. Both of them take more damage for the final 2 rounds. It's going to be defense. So Hearns is... Oh, it's a multiplier, and he does connect. So it's, again, another huge punch by Hearns. Multiply this by 8. It's going to be 2 times 8. 16, it's not... Wait, add 3 for the fatigue. Fight's over, folks. 16, 17, 18, 19, minus 2. The fight is over. How does the fight end? Is Hearns does get it done. However, Frankie Martin is a pro, and he gave the best fight he possibly could have. So you got to be proud of Frankie Martin. He was definitely outmatched here, 90. It's a straight KO punch while off rhythm. A punch lands during an awkward rhythm break. The opponent is caught and dropped. KO win in the 7th for the man. Tommy Hearns is second, so he's now 2-0 with 2 KOs. And that's going to be a 3-point victory for the boxer. It is a 2-point victory for the team. Yep. Wow. And that means Martin, did Martin win the last fight? No, I think Martin lost. Did he not? I can't remember Martin's right off the top of my head. I know Tommy Hearns did. Holy cow. Unbelievable. So Tommy Hearns... So this is interesting, right? Martin came out, gave him the best he could. Tommy Hearns started to take over. We had a knockdown, but he survived it, got up, and then he finished him in the 7th. Makes total sense. What's interesting here is the description was it was an off-rhythm punch that caught him. Hearns kind of was off-rhythm. I mean, this was one of those fights where multiple times they both failed the work rate rolls. It was just a weird fight. They were both off their rhythm, which makes total sense that Hearns would have just caught him in an off-rhythm. You know, he was bobbing when he should have been weaving, and Hearns on a back pedal just kind of caught him with a hook or something. And there it is, folks. John's won both fights. He is winning this. He is now winning the team match 0-5-0. Oh, no, 4-0. He's winning at 4-0. So it's going to take some serious work from these final 2 fights for Antwan to win this bout. All right, Floyd Mayweather's also. We'll talk about this. Remember, I said Frankie Martin, we're not going to punish him to have his boxers. Frankie Martin's kind of boxing a step above his weight. Floyd Mayweather really is too. He is a lightweight welterweight, but we're allowing him. He did fight a fight in his real life career in what are called the super welterweights. So again, I'm not going to punish Antwan for selecting Mayweather, but the punishment is he has to fight he's going to fight in the middleweights on behalf of Antwan. So Mayweather is technically moved up a weight to fight again here, and he faces Cerdan. The difference is Mayweather, as many of you may or may not argue, would go down in history as one of the finest of all time with a 50-0 record. 5'8", 72-inch reach. He had 50 bouts and he won them all. He retired 50-0. I think he fought an exhibition fight that you might want to give him 51-0. It was pathetic, but the point is against Conor McGregor, and that was just toying around. I think he would have waylaid Conor McGregor had they wanted to seriously box. That's not a knock on McGregor. It's just that boxers are trained at punching. And Mayweather already is one of the greatest defensive boxers in history. Anyway, long story short, we got a work rate of 77, an intensity of 5, a rounds of 8, which means he will not fatigue for this fight, and 81 endurance. His opponent, the Frenchman, Le Bombardier Moroccan, Marcel Cerdan, 5'6.5", so we give height to Mayweather, 69-inch reach, Mayweather with a reach. So the irony is Mayweather is the smaller man, but in all intents and purposes here, he's the bigger man. So coming up to the middleweights to face Cerdan would not be out of the question, obviously. Cerdan had 115 fights in his 15-year career, and he had 111 wins, 4 losses, 65 knockouts. There are not many boxers in history that can boast such a remarkable record. 111-4 with 65 KOs. Cerdan defeated Dell's Marvin Hagler in their first team match. 78 work rate. They're both basically identical. Cerdan does more damage in his intensity. The rounds, Cerdan will actually fatigue. Cerdan will actually fatigue at 7. And endurance, Mayweather has 5 points of endurance on him. When you look at the damage cards, the actual mechanical portion, no doubt Cerdan's stronger here. When you look at scoring, they're both remarkable with the judges. However, Cerdan can actually lose on his own card on one result, but it's 2. Mayweather, if any of these come up for judges, he will never lose a judge. So in other words, Mayweather rarely gets hammered and is such a great defensive boxer that judges can't help but lean his direction. All right, let's see what happens. Mayweather Jr. and Marcel Cerdan. And here we go. We don't need this die. Okay, it's going to be offense. Mayweather's going to score 8. He's going to score 5 points against Cerdan. We're down to 71 for Cerdan already. Here we go. Cerdan now. What can he do? It's going to be a successful work rate, 5. He's going to take 8 off of Mayweather. We're going to go to the judges. And this is where they're both equal. It's just whoever wins this roll. Yep, it's going to be Mayweather wins that round 10-9. Remember, Mayweather cannot lose a judge's check. All right, it's going to be Mayweather again, 7. He's going to score another 5 points, 66. Let's see what Cerdan does. Cerdan's going to score 11 as a multiplier, so Cerdan is going to win this round on a multiplier, but let's go ahead and see how bad the damage is. The multiplier is 2. 14 points of damage comes off, so we're down to 59. Mayweather absolutely hammered. He's going to win that round 10-9 because he got a multiplier. So Mayweather and Cerdan tied at 1 each. Another brilliant fight here in Fight Card Boxing. Round 3 underway. It's going to be defense. Cerdan scores a multiplier. Back-to-back KD. By the way, that counts as a KD. Back-to-back knockdowns as he has caught the Philly shell. He came out of the shell just in time to take it on the chin. And 3 times 7, 21 more points of damage. He's down to 38. Holy cow. Unbelievable. Let's go ahead and see what Floyd Mayweather does in the third. He's going to score 7. He's going to score 5 points, 61. Well, guess what? It's a 10-8 round. Excuse me, 10-9 round with a multiplier. It's not technically a KD. I just like to make note. It's just a, we could roll this chart to see how he scores that multiplier. Anyway, let's see here. We have got 2 multiplier bouts. Now Mayweather has taken some serious damage. He is less than half of his damage only in round 4. So not good. If this continues, Mayweather will be out before the 8th round. It's going to be Cerdan. 71. He succeeds. 7. He's going to do another 7 points of damage down to 31. At this point, Floyd Mayweather is in deep trouble, folks. 80. He fells his work rate, giving Cerdan a 7-point bonus. Cerdan's back up to a 68. Oh, by the way, that's an automatic 10-9 win as Floyd Mayweather fails to do any damage. Holy cow, Cerdan now is whooping. Again, fighting up above their weight class, probably not ideal for these guys. Offense, 9 is going to be 6 points against Cerdan. So Floyd Mayweather gets it done that round. But Cerdan, 80, he's going to fail his work rate roll. And that gives a break. Floyd Mayweather back up to a 78, and he's going to win that round due to the fact that Cerdan failed to score. So Cerdan got a little lazy, maybe, in round 5. Round 6 underway. It's going to be the man, and it's going to be 7 points off Cerdan. Wow, I got to give Floyd Mayweather credit. He is coming back. Never write him out. Cerdan with a big punishment of 8 more down to 30. We got to check the judges. Basically, whoever wins this roll wins the judges. It's going to be defense. Cerdan's going to win that round 10-9. Folks, it looks like Cerdan is edging Mayweather. Round 7. It's going to be 73. He gets his work rate roll. 11 multiplier scored. Holy cow. Times 5. 25 points against Cerdan. Brings him down to 20. And Mayweather clocks him, unleashes the beast in the 7th round. His corner told him, I think you're losing this fight, Floyd. And he went there, I'm Money Man. I'm Money Man Floyd. Fuck that. He went out there and put a whooping. But Cerdan scores 8. Let's see here. Cerdan scores 8 down to 22. Folks, it is both of them now in their 20s. And we're going into the final round. I don't believe we're going to see a knockout or a TKO. But, man, this is why you roll the dice. Mayweather with a huge win in that round. By the way, folks, Cerdan is winning this fight currently 4 rounds to 3. Mayweather wins this round. We're going to have a draw. It's going to be defense. Cerdan scores a multiplier. Nope, I have a feeling this fight is over. He's going to score a multiplier, folks. It's times 7. So if I roll, well, let's just roll. If I roll a 4 or more, it's over. No, it's only 7 points. Floyd Mayweather weathers yet another multiplier from Cerdan. Cerdan is proving to be one of the most effective boxers I've seen in FCB in this in my tenure here playing FCB. Unbelievable. Although he only does 7 points of damage there, he has been phenomenal. But guess what? That's a multiplier, which means he's going to automatically win the round unless Floyd Mayweather can score a multiplier. And it's going to be, wait, we don't need this one. It's already Floyd. 99. Not only that, Floyd Mayweather is completely jacknapped on that as he completely fails to score, which means Cerdan, even though he's fatigued, doesn't suffer any more damage. He's going to win that round on the multiplier, 10-9. Cerdan's going to win the fight. Cerdan's going to win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 to 3 again. But this one is a 1. See, the boxer gets 2 points. The team gets 1. And at this point, holy cow, it has been a 3-0 run for John's team. As John, again, they are called the Ohio Ringers. John is the man who invented this game. If anyone understands the math probabilities of his own game, it's going to be the man who designs the game. And John, right now, has not lost a team fight. He's only had 1, but he hasn't lost a team fight. And in this particular match, he has yet to lose a bout. So anyway, they are called the Ohio Ringers. So, it's in the name. He clearly knows how to select these boxers. That's amazing. All right, this one, listen. It's Joe Louis and Vitaly Klitschko. Let's take a look at these studs. Joe Louis, 6'1", 76-inch reach. He fought 69 bouts in his career. He went 66-3 with 52 KOs. Unbelievable. He has a work rate of 87%, an intensity of 8. He has 6 rounds, and then he will fatigue. And Klitschko fatigues at 5. Get rid of that. And an 81 endurance for Joe Louis. That's a damn fine boxer. He does quite a bit of damage on his card, and the judges love him. On the flip side, we got Klitschko, 6'7", 80-inch reach. So we got a 6-inch advantage. We've got a 4-inch advantage in reach. He fought only 47 fights in his career. He went 45-2, 41 of them knockouts. His work rate is 93%. His intensity is 9. His bouts are 5. His rounds, I mean, are 5, which means he'll fatigue at 5. His endurance is also 81. On the damage, Klitschko has the advantage. In round scoring, they're identical. So let's see, folks. This is another heavyweight bout. Can Joe Louis find a way to win something for Antwan's gym as the Ohio Ringers are running away with this? All right, offense. It is Joe. Joe Louis is going to score 7, 8 points. Down to 73. There you go. Joe Louis scoring damage. 66, 6, 9 points against Joe. Down to 72. We got to go to the judges. It's pretty much the same in this one. Whoever wins that 50-50 roll is probably going to win this thing. Yep, 5. That's going to be Joe Louis gets the round, 10-9. And how do you argue with that, right? Joe Louis. Here we go. Round 2. It's going to be Joe Louis. He's going to score again. 6, another 8 points off. Down to 61. Man, they're punishing each other already. And Vitaly is going to score a multiplier, 70, and a huge multiplier. Uh-oh, my God, 9 times this. It is 5 times 9. What is that, 45? 9 times, why can't I do my math? 45, where's my calculator? 9 times 5. Well, 10 times 5 is 50. Yeah, so it's 45 points of damage. Holy cow. Down to 37. That multiplier is going to win the round 10-9 as Vitaly Klitschko puts a beating. He's using that reach and that size advantage. He's throwing a lot of downward trajectory, overhand rights, overhand lefts. So you can imagine he's coming down on the top of the forehead and on the sides of the face. He is pummeling, basically, downward trajectory. Unbelievable. Punching down, folks, gives you a lot more power than punching up. It's going to be wear and tear on Joe Louis at 6'1". Here we go. Vitaly Klitschko's tied the fight. It's 2 rounds to 2. But Joe Louis took such a beating that round, folks. He's on it. He's wobbling. It's going to be defense. Uh-oh. Vitaly Klitschko's going to score 8. 8 is another 9 points off, down to 28. And I'm telling you, I don't think Joe Louis is going to finish this fight. It's going to be 6, though. He does 8. And we got to go to the judges. So Joe Louis, could, if he can stay upright, he could win it on judges. No, it's going to be Klitschko. So he's now won 2 rounds in a row, folks. It's 2 rounds to 1. Joe Louis is absolutely wobbling. It's going to be offense. Joe Louis is going to reach out, though, and take the advantage and score 8 points against Klitschko. Very nice. And we're looking at 8 is going to be another 9 points against Louis. But again, we go to the judges, which is quite literally a toss-up. It's going to be Joe Louis is going to get that round, number 4. Klitschko fatigues after 5. Things could get really interesting. Offense, 8. He's going to score another 8 points. And Vitaly Klitschko now will suffer more damage next round and on. And Vitaly's going to fill his roll. Plus, oh, that's huge for Louis. He gains back 7. And oh, by the way, he wins that by sheer fact that Vitaly did not perform well that round. So on top of everything, Joe Louis is showing comeback form. Folks, it is 1, 2, 3 rounds to 2. Joe Louis on the judge's card is winning this fight. The problem is Vitaly could put him out cold with another multiplier. Here we go, folks. Starting round 6. Vitaly is tired. Louis is still doing well despite punishment. It's offense. Oh, Joe Louis is taking it to him. 9 more off, down to 24. Uh-oh. Wait, no. Minus down to 21 because of the plus 3 point advantage. I never want to remember that on the first roll. And it's going to be, oh, it's a multiplier. You got to be kidding me, folks. Klitschko just scored a work rate roll with a multiplier. This fight may be over. Multiply 9 times this. It's going to, yep, 9 times, what is that? Times 6 is 48. It's over. Minus 22. He does finally put the beating on Joe Louis. Joe Louis's body and just can't take it. Let's find out why. 60. Rope bounce knockout. Holy cow. The fighter is knocked into the ropes, bounces off, and gets clocked again. This time out cold. So a KO win for Klitschko. That's going to make Klitschko, I don't know, 2-0 with 2 KOs. And again, that's going to be a 3-point victory and 2 for the team. They're going to win this entire bout, folks, 6-0, I think. Team bout, yeah, 6-0. So Antwan's gym lost all 4 fights. That's not easy to do. That's not easy to do. And there you have it, folks. Unbelievable. It's going to be a team win. 6-0. Shut out. All of his boxers lose. And the Ohio Ringers prove their name is not, right? They're bringing in now. I think what he means by ringers is, you know, boxing ringers. When I hear ringers, I'm thinking what we used to do in softball, right? There would be guys that would hang around at the softball field in our softball games, and they would say, "Hey, man, I'll play for your team if you need a body." And of course, they were always big dudes that hit home runs, and we'd call them ringers. And yeah, he'd say, "Yeah, I'm Jason. Come on, why don't you play with us here? Why don't you play, why don't you play first base for us?" And the guy would crack a home run every time he came to the plate, and your softball team would have this ringer, right? That's not what John means. John means, I think, boxing ringers. But after this result, I'm thinking ringers, man. These guys are all ringers. Oh Lord, unbelievable. Good job, John. Your team is 2-0. Your boxers, all but one boxer, is undefeated. Sugar Shane Mosely has been the only Mar on your perfect record in your 2 fight cards. Thanks for watching, everybody. This has been Fight Card Boxing. Goodbye.